Sustainability comes from, leave it better than you found it. We have to see what we have here, apply the resources and the competence we have now to make it better and to make sure that the next generation does find it better than we found it. From a mandate perspective, it's by providing capital and advice and opportunities to grow. So sustainability goes beyond the economics of it. I think it speaks to social impact and social wellness and all of the things that come along with that. Having good schools, having good education, having good jobs, having affordable housing, have less food insecurity. All of that stuff speaks to, and then layer on inclusivity and layer on environmental sensitivity. We've got a complex challenge for sure.
I think more than 40 different vegetables throughout the year. We do everything as regeneratively as possible. To us, that just means we do it with the soil health in mind, and that has lots of other benefits. The veggies are healthier, we sink more carbon into the ground. It means we don't have to use any pesticides, any fertilizers, and the soil can be very, very, very productive.
So anything that we can do is up to us and up to what Mother Nature brings us. What's much more concerning is the seasons have changed even within the last 5 years, and how we have to figure out how to adapt to it season by season. Seasons are longer, so we get to grow for longer, but it also means that season can be drier, which means we have less water to irrigate. It's just unpredictable, and it can be very stressful. We can have a lot of crop death because things aren't watered when they needed to be. Things don't germinate properly when it's too hot. We have lots of vegetables that will bolt, which means that they will want to flower and go to seed much earlier than we expect them to. We're at the whims of Mother Nature.
As part of our offerings to the community, Dropseed also does programming. And so a lot of our programming is very much so related to what we do here. And one of the programs was actually building a rammed earth wall. And so this is a rammed earth seat wall that we did a program with Aracura Sustainable Builders. They are also based in Prince Edward County. We had 20 participants spend a day and a half hand tamping this bench, the seat wall, and we revealed it, and it was very exciting. And this bench is kind of trying to show folks what we can do in the landscape that has less of an impact. This is just normal gravel with some pigment, and that's a concrete alternative. And so not only is it a seat bench, a seat wall, but it also acts as a retaining wall for the garden behind me. And so it's multi-purpose.
Started the winery back in 2005. We did work with Community Futures, and I believe we got a grant for putting in the tile draining into the vineyard, which has been such an asset for us because it drains. Grapes don't like wet feet, so being able to drain the vineyard in the spring sooner than anybody else allows the tractors to get in there earlier. We're able to dehill, get the vineyard up and running, and that gives us a longer growing season, so we have better quality fruit and heavier crop load. So that was like really instrumental. And where other now in vines are approaching 20 years old, they have the maturity and the length of the rootstock from being a drained vineyard to withstand drought. So while other vineyards had drought pressure, we had a bumper crop this year.
Terrific year.
And so that's just one example of the strategic thinking of applying a little financial boost right here at the right time that makes such a huge impact years and years and years after.
I think a positive in the community is very important to us, whether it means socially, economically, or environmentally. We want a business that is contributing to our communities thriving.
I think still with the youth, I think we need to be supporting them more, like program development, even like getting into a college, supporting the college system where we already have at Belleville. We can go on housing and there's just building them a life. It's a community that is still growing, but we need to be growing in the right direction. And that makes a huge difference.
Thrive PEC is sustainable development in a nutshell, with all the different sort of priorities that makes our community stable long term. And it's what everyone has told us that they love about the municipality or that they want to make sure that we have more.